Hey there, do you want to learn all about the index and match function in MS Excel? If yes, then this video is absolutely for you. Do watch it without the fail. In this video, I'm going to explain the easy steps to use index and match function in MS Excel. I will take you through complete steps in constructing the index and match function, and that also from scratch. And all this has been done using a very simple data which will be very easy to recreate and understand. And you can easily get this exercise file downloaded in your system using the link provided in the description of this video. So go ahead, watch this complete video, practice this concept in the exercise file provided to you, and become the master of it. Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is session number 124, and in this section we are learning lookup functions in Microsoft Excel. Alright, so here's the moment of truth now. Uh, Till now, we have got a little bit of understanding on what the index function is and what about the match function, right? Individually, and why we are talking about them. Because they are going to overcome the limitations that other lookup function have, such as the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Now, we are going to bring them together to overcome these limitations and get a similar result to what the VLOOKUP does for us. Alright, so now I'm inside F column. We are still going to use these IDs here, the employee IDs, right? But this time, uh, let's see, we are going to return the department for these specific employees. Remember, we were doing that inside of the VLOOKUP in the VLOOKUP video. If not, link is given here at the top. Go ahead and watch it. So we had the VLOOKUP function worksheet where we said that, hey, go look for these IDs and give me the department back, right? Hope you remember it, and if not, then you can go ahead and watch those videos. Now I'm going to hop over here now, and I'm going to grab column A, and this is on the index and master employee list. I'm going to grab column A there, and I'm going to just cut it out. So just Control X. And remember the limitation of the VLOOKUP where we saw that employee ID has to be the first column. Well, you know what? I am now going to click on column E, and I'm just going to press Ctrl Shift plus. You can also just right click here and click on the insert cut cell if your shortcut doesn't work, but I like Ctrl Shift plus sign, but right click cut cells work as well. Alright, so now employee ID is in 1, 2, 3, 4th column. So it's no longer the first one, which is what the VLOOKUP would recommend you, right? And say you need to do this, but we are not doing it anymore now. So the employee ID is right now in our 4th column. But let's go back to the index match. We are going to do it anyway, so we are going to see how this works. Alright, so we are going to return the department based on these IDs. Alright, so I'm going to just hop in here. This is going to take the two of the functions and bring them together. I'm going to just say equal index. I'm going to start with the index function. Now, why am I going to start with the index function? Remember, the index function returns a value at a specific position. Just keep that in mind. Put that in your mind. It returns a value at a specific position. Well, remember that argument that the index has. Let's open up fx here. I want the first one again, this one. I'll just click on OK. So it wants to know the array that you are going to search, and then which row number and potentially which column number do you want back. Well, I don't know what the row number is that I want back, but I do know the array. Okay, I want the department column array. So the range of the cells that contain the department. So I'm going to go to the array. I'm going to go to the index match worksheet, and here I'm going to grab the department column, which is this guy right here, and I'm just going to click on C1, Control Shift down arrow. Let's get that entire column from C1 to C38, and let's lock that down by hitting the F4 function key, which puts the $sign in. And so that's the array that I want. Okay, I want to get back the departments for these employee IDs. Well, here's the problem. Row number. Well, I don't know what row, but I know the number, the employee IDs 1054, 1078, and so on. So the VLOOKUP could do that for us. It could go and search that for us. But remember that limitation, the employee ID is not the first column anymore. So VLOOKUP won't work here. Well, how am I going to find the row number then? Well, if you remember from the last video that what the match function does, if not, then I have given the link of that video here at the top. You can go ahead and watch it to understand all about the match function. So match function returns a numeric value position based on the value. Okay, so I'm going to just call the match function here. I'm going to just nest the match inside the row num. So I'm going to type in match, open up a parenthesis, and on the Windows system I'm going to come up here and I'm going to just click on the match. So that will change my argument window to match. If you are working on a Mac and you are inside of Excel, you can do this as well with one extra step. So you have to just click on the match and then you have to click on the FX button, and then it will change the argument window for the match function. Okay, so just one extra step. Alright, so now I am inside the match argument. So the first thing it wants to know is the lookup value. Well, here I'm going to just grab cell B4. That's what I want to look for in order to find the appropriate department. Now the next thing it wants to know is, well, where am I going to find it? That's called the lookup array. So I go back to the index match and I'm going to grab the employee ID column, Control Shift down arrow. So D1 to D38, I'm going to log that down by just hitting the function key F4. And the last thing I want to know, I'm going to drop in the 0 for the exact match. So now we are nesting these two functions together. I'll click back to the index and everything is looking good here. And lastly, I don't need the column num because my array only has one column of data anyways, so I'm going to leave that alone and I'm going to just hit OK, and I have got back my 80. So for employee ID 1054, let's just make sure. So 1054 is in 80 department. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to drag it down to copy it and populate the value for the rest of the employees. So it just populated the rest of the employees departments, right? Let's just confirm one of them. So let's see, 1299, employee number 1299 is in the MF department here. Let's go ahead and verify this. So employee ID 1299, this is in MF department. So we got that correct, right? So this is overcoming the limitation of the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. VLOOKUP has to look vertically through the first column and HLOOKUP has to look horizontally through the first row. And if those were messed up inside your list somewhere, index and match can overcome those limitations. Plus it's faster, it's not as resource intensive as VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP are. So try it out. Try looking for the department based on the IDs. Look for the pay rate, the hire date, whatever you want to look for. And if you like to just throw a little monkey in the wrench, you can just move the employee ID column here and there and just play around it. So now there's a bit moving inside of here. It's a bit more complex than the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So if you like to remember, rewind the video, replay it, try it a couple of more times, get some practice in there in the worksheet provided in the description of the video. Just go ahead and click on the link in the description and get these worksheets and just do the practice for the VLOOKUP, the HLOOKUP, the index, the match, and the index and match functions. Alright, so practice makes man perfect. So that's the saying what we hear a lot. So just go ahead and do a practice so that in future you can utilize these all functions in your Excel tasks. Okay, so that's what I had for today, and hope this session helped you out to understand the index and match function, and also the key difference between using the index and match function against the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP function. So that's all. We will meet up in the next session tomorrow. So thank you so much guys for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you like this video and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright, then we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. So see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, have a great life, and take very good care of yourself.